As we've been reporting, an early morning earthquake has triggered landslides, caused widespread damage and left the whole of Japan's northern Hokkaido prefecture without power. Strong aftershocks have followed and thousands of rescue crews are being mobilized. There have been reports of at least 53 people injured, with about 20 people missing. The quake hit shortly after 3 a.m. on the western part of the island, leaving everyone in the dark. The meteorological agency estimates the magnitude was 6.7. Near the epicenter, landslides wiped out homes in the town of Atsuma. 10 people have been rescued by helicopter so far. Rescuers fear people are trapped inside their homes. The extent of the damage is still being assessed, but throughout the prefecture, buildings are tilted and roads are cracked and buckled. In some areas, there are also deep craters that stretch 100 meters. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe says his government has set up an emergency task force that's putting a priority on search and rescue. Evacuation shelters are being set up in many cities. Hospitals are on emergency backup power as crews try to restore power to nearly 3 million buildings on the island. The country's nuclear regulator says the island's Tomari nuclear power plant is using emergency generators, but no irregularities have been reported. The earthquake has also stopped public transit. The Shinkansen bullet train service is suspended. Local trains have stopped, as well as flights at the airport. Airport workers are checking the runways, and flights will resume once they're deemed safe. As we've been reporting, an early morning earthquake has triggered landslides, caused widespread damage and left the whole of Japan's northern Hokkaido prefecture without power. Strong aftershocks have followed and thousands of rescue crews are being mobilized. There have been reports of at least 53 people injured, with about 20 people missing. The quake hit shortly after 3 a.m. on the western part of the island, leaving everyone in the dark. The meteorological agency estimates the magnitude was 6.7. Near the epicenter, landslides wiped out homes in the town of Atsuma. 10 people have been rescued by helicopter so far. Rescuers fear people are trapped inside their homes. The extent of the damage is still being assessed, but throughout the prefecture, buildings are tilted and roads are cracked and buckled. In some areas, there are also deep craters that stretch 100 meters. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe says his government has set up an emergency task force that's putting a priority on search and rescue. Evacuation shelters are being set up in many cities. Hospitals are on emergency backup power as crews try to restore power to nearly 3 million buildings on the island. The country's nuclear regulator says the island's Tomari nuclear power plant is using emergency generators, but no irregularities have been reported. The earthquake has also stopped public transit. The Shinkansen bullet train service is suspended. Local trains have stopped, as well as flights at the airport. Airport workers are checking the runways, and flights will resume.
Of course, there's something that I just spoke about last night. Of course, when I spoke about the earthquake is going to hit the Caribbean island, I told you all about the tectonic movements that is going to begin on the 4th. All right, I told you that it's going to happen on the 4th. Well, the 4th has gone and now is the 5th. So all my prophecies, it is indeed coming to pass, right? As of right now.
As we've been reporting, an early morning earthquake has triggered landslides, caused widespread damage and left the whole of Japan's northern Hokkaido prefecture without power.
Live page, one of them live page,
thousands of rescue crews are being mobilized.
And we are streaming live everything that is happening in Japan right now. All right. I will be showing you all the updates, everything
hit shortly after 3 a.m.
that is going on right now in Japan. Hey, salam to you, Sister Sandy. Salam to everyone.
Estimates the magnitude was 6.7.
And we are live. We are
near the epicenter, landslides wiped
so
out
my
homes in the
prophecy
town of
is
Atsuma.
fulfilling right
10
now.
people have been rescued by helicopter
that Japan
so
will
far.
receive
Rescuers fear people
multiple
are trapped inside
earthquakes.
their homes.
So what I call an earthquakes is actually
the extent of the damage is still being assessed, but throughout the prefecture, buildings are tilted and roads are cracked and buckled.
All right, so as you can see how the roads crack, we'll get into that just now.
In some areas, there are also deep craters that stretch 100 meters. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe says his government has set up an emergency task force that's putting a priority on search and rescue. Evacuation shelters are being set up in many cities. Hospitals are on emergency backup power as crews try to restore power to nearly 3 million buildings on the island. The country's nuclear regulator says the island's Tomari nuclear power plant is using emergency generators.
All right, as you can see, it's the same thing that happened in Trinidad. All right, in the south of Trinidad, it's the same thing that happened. Trinidad is splitting right now from the last 8.1 earthquake. All right, so Japan saying what magnitude earthquake they saying was. They said it was a 7.5. Did they say it's a 7.5? I can't remember what the lady just said. But she did said that the earthquake magnitude was little. All right, so let me tell you all the truth. The magnitude of earthquake that hit Japan wasn't 7.3. It was actually 8.5. All right, the first earthquake was 8.5, and the second earthquake was 8.1. All right, so they continue to lie to the people and downgrade the earthquakes. All right, so I am the only one that can tell you all the truth. These people is lying about the magnitudes of earthquakes that is happening in Japan, happening in Trinidad, happening in the Caribbean. Actually, you should also know that Trinidad, the Caribbean, Jamaica, all these other countries is on actually one tectonic plate. All right, they are on one tectonic plate, and the epicenter is not too far from Trinidad. All right, so the epicenter of the tectonic plate where ABBA will actually use to, how to say, to bounce the tectonic plate, like if you want to bounce the tectonic plate. So, all right, guys, that earthquake hit Tokyo in Japan after they have received, what they had recently? It was, I think they had, I can't remember right now, I think they had, all right, so we're going to talk today. Well, I'm going to talk about what's the next step, what's going to happen next. All right, so what happened with the typhoon that hit Japan? That was an atmospheric tsunami. Again, what happened in Japan with the typhoon? All right, the typhoon that hit Japan, it was actually atmospheric tsunami. And I'm going to show you later on in this live what is an atmospheric tsunami. All right, so we're going to talk about that. Let me just show you all what is an atmospheric tsunami really quick. All right, let me just show you all atmospheric tsunami, and then we're going to come right back to this teaching. All right, we're going to come right back to this. But let me see if I could just show you all real quick, what is atmospheric tsunami. Let me see if I could find it. Let me see if I could find the video of the atmospheric tsunami that happened recently in Japan. All right, let's see if I could find it. All right, I'm looking for it right now. So the atmospheric tsunami did hit Japan, of course. All right, so let me just see if I find it. All right, I find it. All right, so this is the atmospheric tsunami. I'm going to put on some volume. All right, so this was the atmospheric tsunami that hit Japan. This is the atmospheric tsunami that happened recently in Japan. It was some people that toast all in Iran. Alright, so this that we are looking at here is the atmospheric tsunami that hit Japan. This is in Japan. Alright, also North Korea. Remember I talked to you all some days about North Korea going to receive multiple earthquakes. An earthquake did happen. An earthquake happened in North Korea as well. So while the tectonic plate was actually trembling in Tokyo, all right, the other side, North Korea, was also trembling as well. So they're not reporting to everyone that there was an earthquake as well in North Korea. I just saw it on the site. On the site I was on just now, I just saw the earthquake. All right. So while I'm talking here, let me see if I can find some other videos. All right. Let me see if I can find some other things in relation to.
救命ボートが住宅街を抜けて多分救助に向かっている状況だと思います。
平屋のお宅なのか2階屋なのかもよくわからないですけど、2階屋だとしたらば2階までもっていう状況ですもんね。
道路のこの配置などを見てみると多分これも2階建てだと思われるんですけれども。
So what you're looking at is an atmospheric tsunami. All right. Remember, the tsunami is not happening from the sea anymore. So when I tell you about a tsunami, I can actually mean a tsunami coming from the ocean or a tsunami coming from the sky. All right. Again, when I tell you about the atmospheric tsunami, it could either be coming from the sky or it could either be coming from. I don't understand what the heck they're saying, by the way. All right, so this is just pictures of the. Let me just see if I find some videos here, and this is on the North Korea side. I think this is on the Syria side, right? So let me look. News Tokyo. All right, so just looking for updates here. Just looking for updates on what has just happened. So let me just go on news, maybe you might find it. So right now there is a live news broadcast going on right now. All right, so let me just see if this is live. I wonder if this is the same one that I just looked at.
As we've been reporting, an early morning earthquake has triggered landslides, caused widespread damage and left the whole of Japan's northern Hokkaido prefecture without power. Strong aftershocks have followed, and thousands of rescue crews are being mobilized. There have been reports of at least 53 people injured, with about 20 people missing. The quake hit shortly after 3 a.m. on the western part of the island, leaving everyone in the dark. The meteorological agency estimates the magnitude was 6.7.
Has come to pass,
Near the epicenter, landslides wiped out homes in the town of Atsuma. 10 people have been rescued by helicopter so far. Rescuers fear people are trapped inside their homes. The extent of the damage is still being assessed, but throughout the prefecture, buildings are tilted and roads are cracked and buckled. In some areas, there are also deep craters that stretch 100 meters.
All right, so we're going to go over to some, wow, okay. Let me see if I could go over to my Facebook page now. And let me just look at some of the things that are happening right now. Oh, no. All right, so we need to actually, yeah, right? Oh, no, wrong thing. All right, so I'm just, all right, I think, is it? All right, all right. All right, so as you can see, right about now, I'm going to actually go to my Facebook page and see, let me see what's up. So please share this live. Oh my gosh, like I'm going blank right now. Oh, I needed to reload it. All right, so let me just go to it. Just give me a little time. I need to reload. I need to refresh. All right, so hopefully it might work there now. All right. So just waiting for it to load up. So by the time I'm waiting for it to load up, all right, let me just give you the volume so that time we wait.
これなかなか誰でもがこの避難の方法できると思いにくいですもんね。
そうですね。屋根の上に救助を待つ人たちが何人かいらっしゃいます。これは何かトタン板の上に乗っているのか、屋根の上なのか、車庫なんでしょうかね。上に乗って救助を待っていた、本当ギリギリの状態で、待っていた方々を、先ほど救助している、様子を今皆さんに見ていただいています。こちら岡山県倉敷市の上空ヘリのからの様子となっています。 本当に多数の住宅が
Wait, that means they're coming from my
冠水、そして街にもう水が、流れ込んでいるという状況です。これ助けられている人はいいと思うんですけれども、この家に取り残されている人がどれだけいらっしゃるのかというところも本当に心配なところですね。映像となっています。かなりの範囲にわたって、これもう何キロという範囲ですよね。
何キロ四方の範囲ですもんね。
本当ですね。
本当に普通の住宅地ですと、例えば背後に山があるとかでもないし、どこまでその危機意識というか、
そうですね、
本当に危ないっていう状況であることを意識されてたかっていうのはちょっと考えにくいですもんね、こういった住宅街ですとね。
岡山県倉敷市上空からの映像を皆さんにはご覧いただきました。こんにちは、欅。これは
この全域の人がきちんと避難しきれていたかってなると疑問ですね。
本当ですね。現在なんですが、京都、兵庫、鳥取、岡山に大雨特別警報が発表されています。こちらご覧いただいていますのは岡山県倉敷市の、ヘリコプターからの映像となっています。今救助の、ボートが今見えました。建物のこちらは現在の映像となっています。リアルタイムの映像を皆さんにはご覧いただいています。岡山県倉敷市の上空ヘリコプターからの映像です。もう流れも出ていますから、もしこの住宅の中に人が取り残されている場合は非常に危険ということになりますね。岡山県倉敷市現在の状況となっています。現在京都と兵庫、鳥取、岡山で大雨の特別警報が発表されています。それから西日本から北陸の広い範囲に土砂災害警戒情報も出されているという状況なんですけれども、ご覧いただいていますのが岡山県倉敷市の映像です。もう街の中をとにかくもう水が流れ込んで住宅も冠水しています。それから建物の1階あるいはもう2階、屋根に届くかのような状況まで水が届いているという状態ですね。流れも出ていますから、相当水の流れも出て、まだまだ水が入り込んでいるという状況だと思います。これは先ほどの映像になります。救命ボートが住宅街を、抜けて、多分救助に向かっている状況だと思われます。
これが平屋のお宅なのか2階家なのかもよくわからないですけど、2階家だとしたらば、もう2階までもっていう状況ですもんね。
道路のこの配置などを見てみると、多分これも2階建てだと思われるんですけれども、
こうやって屋根の上にね、まだ避難できたらば幸いですけれども、これなかなか誰でもがこの避難の方法できるとは思いにくいですもんね。
そうですね。屋根の上に救助を待つ人たちが何人かいらっしゃいます。これは何かトタン板の上に乗っているのか、屋根の上なのか、車庫なんでしょうかね。上に乗って救助を待ってて、本当ギリギリの状態で、待っていた方々を、先ほど救助している、様子を今皆さんに見ていただいています。こちら岡山県倉敷市の上空ヘリのからの様子となっています。本当に多数の住宅が冠水、そして街にもう水が流れ込んでいるという状況です。助けられている人いると思うんですけれども、この家に取り残されている人がどれだけいらっしゃるのかというところ、本当に心配なところですね。かなりの範囲にわたってね、何キロという分ですよね。
倒れたら終わりやで、ほんま。鎌田さん終わり
あ、倒れた。倒れた。
うわー、まだ飛んでる。やばいやばい。ほら浮いてる？浮いた？ほらほらほら。あ！あー！ あ落ちた。
被害に遭うんじゃん、あの裏の家。あ、落ちた。あ、いや、落ちた。やば。
待った待った待った、ほら。
あれ何？
あ、家潰れた。やばいやばい。えぐいえぐいえぐい。あ、やばいやばいやばいやばい。火事なる火事なる。
どこの家？
So everything that I have prophesied, everything that I prophesied and told you what would have happened on the 4th, well, it did happen on the 4th. Everything was put in place by Elohim, and yeah, they put everything in place for what is going to happen. So let's just go over to Posted by Japan and more. Let's go over to this page. Hopefully we might find more videos. Once you're gonna find more videos, let's see if we find more videos of what's gonna happen. Alright, I see. Okay. This is in Spanish, right? So let me see if I could actually get this. Alright.
The landslides are very dangerous. Please do stay away. This is a live footage of Atsuma town of Hokkaido, which was hit by Japanese earthquake intensity 5 minus. And this is the next right east of Abira, which was hit by
please share this live. This
6
live
plus.
need to be
This
shared.
footage of
Please
Atsuma
share
town of
this
Hokkaido.
live.
The wide section of this mountain has collapsed, and it has lost vegetation in wide areas.
Okay,
And
they're lying about
landslides have
the
been
magnitude of earthquake that hit Japan. As I just told you all already, it was a 8 point. What I said was a 8.4, right? I said it was a 8.4. What magnitude of earthquake I said it was before? Right? I think I said it was a 8.4. The first one was a 8.4. The second was a 8.1. And the line and saying that it was a 7 point some. I can't remember what it just said. 6.7. The line is saying a 6.7, but it was more than that. Just like how the lie about Trinidad earthquake was 7.3, but it was actually 8.1 earthquake that actually hit Trinidad. 8.1, nothing above 8.1 in Trinidad yet. As for the Caribbean islands, we're talking about 10.1 earthquake is very soon to flatten the Caribbean islands, because you will need, Elohim, they will need a 10.1 earthquake to occur to flatten the Caribbean islands. So it could be 10.1 or above. If you remember the prophecy that I did recently about the 8.3 or the 8.4. I think I told you about the 8.4 earthquake that is going to happen to Japan, as well as the Caribbean islands, and as well as certain parts in America. I think I did tell you all about it. Yes, yeah. I think I did tell you all about it as well, what would have occurred. So, anybody who chooses to doubt anything that I'm saying now, you are a fool. Because I have prophesied about Trinidad earthquake. I prophesied about the Caribbean earthquake, 2016, 2017, 2018. It has all come to pass. I've prophesied about the typhoon that was going to hit Japan as well. I prophesied about North Korea. I prophesied about the stock market going to crash. Everything that Elohim ever told me, it is coming to pass. So all those who want to doubt, well, they can continue to doubt as of now.
reported in many parts, many other parts. And this is Atsuma town hit by intensity 5 minus, just next east of Abira, hit by 6 plus. What can you tell from this live footage? Apparently, the wide area of the the mountain was hit and by a strong the shake, and this is the gently sloped area, but there are steep slides and the slopes which can be hit by landslides as well. And the
all right.
collapsed
So I also want to tell you all about the lie about the
the
aftershock.
soil,
Let it go. The aftershocks. They are lying about the aftershocks. There's nothing called aftershocks. Get it in your mind now. If another earthquake is going to happen or next earthquake happen after a big earthquake happen, that is not an aftershock. That is another earthquake. Let's just get it straight now. Let's get it straight. Other than using the static to lie and tell people about aftershocks. The truth is there is nothing called aftershocks. Again, there's nothing called aftershocks. Everything that is happening or everything that is going on right now on the earth, it is because of Elohim judgment unfolding. It have nothing to do with Nibiru. It have nothing to do with Planet X. It have nothing to do with Brown Dwarf Star. There's nothing to do with no planet coming into the earth. It's the kingdom of Elohim. If you so-called read your Bible or certain parts of the Bible and leave out the important part where they actually spoke about the firmament that is above the earth, well then you should get an idea who bringing this judgment. All right, you should get an idea that is the creators, Elohim. All right, some people might want to know who is the creators. So the creators consist of the Father, the Mother, and the Son. If the Catholic Church have their own mother, all right, the Catholic Church have Mary as their mother. They have Jesus as their Savior, and they have Joseph as their father, well, so to speak. All right, our heavenly parents, remember when the word spoke about honor your mother and father, that your days may be longer? That word wasn't speaking about honor your earthly mother or honor your earthly father. Yes, it was at least 50% talking about your earthly father, because you're supposed to be respectful to your earthly mother and father. All right? But when it actually speaks about honor your mother and father, that your days will be longer, it means honor your heavenly parents, honor your heavenly mother, Imaya, honor your heavenly father, Yahuwah Il Elyon, which means the Most High. Honor the father and the mother who is in heaven, that your days will be longer. All right? So it's time for people to unlearn the lies of this world, because the fallen angels, the Anunnaki, the Enki, they will never come out and tell the people, hey, there are no Planet X out there. We just actually making these CGI pictures to make you believe actually that we are actually doing something. You know what I mean? So if it makes sense to you in this hour, that everything that I've told you, everything that I've been telling you for quite a long while, everything I've been telling you, people being taken for granted, people not listening, people just keep doing all what they want to do. You know what came to me today is that the people is ignoring Elohim plead, all right, ignoring their plead to reach the people who truly need deliverance. You know, people who actually need to understand exactly what's going on so that they do not fall short of the glory of Elohim anymore, that they learn to love their mother and their father who is in heaven. So the Bible actually speaks about a queen. Imaya is more than just a queen, brothers and sisters. Imaya is the universal mother. Imaya is the creator. She is actually co-creator of everything that you see exists. So when a hurricane or storm coming forth, it's Imaya that is doing it. Because Imaya, the Ruach Hakodosha, she is the almighty wind. She is the Shekinah. Yes, she is the Shekinah glory of the Father. All right, so it's time for people, whether it's Muslim, whether it's Jabbai, or whether it's Christian, or whether it's Hindu, whatever religion you are in this hour, you need to unlearn the lies of this system, because this system is what has been enslaving people for years. You need to wake up now and you need to unlearn the lies of the system. You need to unlearn the lies of the system. So, I'm giving you an opportunity to ask questions. You have a question? Anybody who knew, you have a question, you want to know something, ask a question, all right? Ask your question, and your question will be answered. I'll try my best to actually answer the question for you.
Residentials. In wide areas, landslides took place. Police helicopters are being dispatched to the area. The buildings, houses are covered by the earth. You cannot tell what kind of houses they were prior to the landslide. And the whole area, the street is covered by the earth. The earth is flowing into the field, going beyond the street. Here is the live footage from Atsuma town. We see various landslides taking place in various areas. Sapporo Station. I am in Sapporo Station of JR. All the trains are not operating. People are listening to what is going to be the plan. Some people were planning to head to Hakodate, taking the first train, but the train was cancelled. Some other person who was planning to head to Hakodate hit a bus to get here and found that the train was not operating. He's now thinking what to do. Here's the live footage from Atsuma town. Huge landslide took place. In the middle, you see trees are falling on the field. The building collapsed, totally collapsed. Getting closer, you see a policeman checking whether there's a person staying inside or not. Several policemen are checking whether anyone is staying inside the building. This building is being leaning towards heavily and being collapsed. The street is covered. The tree is leaning and falling on the electricity lines. The live footage was from Atsuma town, Hokkaido. We are now getting information related to the damages. Because of a huge blackout, many people are not being able to get information. If you do not have access to information, you get worried more. If you have any acquaintance, friend, family member in the affected area, please use mobile phone to provide information to them. NHK will keep providing detailed information. Please communicate these information to your acquaintances. Please also ask them, your acquaintances, to provide support or communicate these information to the elderly or disabled people in the neighborhood. At 3:08 a.m. this morning at Abita town in Hokkaido, there was a strong earthquake with seismic intensity of 6+. There's no worry of tsunami. This is a live footage as of 3:08 in Tomakomai, Hokkaido. It has been shaking for a while, and then there has been an outage, power outage. Seismic intensity 6+ was recorded at Abita town, and 6 Chitose, 5+, Sapporo, North Ward, Tomakomai, Ebetsu, Mikasa, Eniwa, Naganuma town, Shinhidaka town, 5-, Hakodate, Muroran, Iwamizawa, Noboribetsu, Date,
6+ is a lie.
and Shinshinotsu.
That was an 8.5 earthquake. The first one was an 8.5, and that was said, right? Yeah. The first one was an 8.5, and the second was an 8.1 earthquake that happened. You realize how the ground cracked up? Well, that happened to Trinidad. It was an 8.1 that hit Trinidad. They downgraded. Why would you trust the USGS? If you have any question, please. If you have any question, please ask your questions. I'm looking to see anyone who is interested to know more about what's going on.
According to the meteorological agency, the epicenter was Iburi in Hokkaido, and in the depth of 37 kilometers. Magnitude side was 6, is estimated to be 6.7. It was just a huge shake. It continued for 30 seconds or 60 seconds, I don't know, but it was long. I was staying at the 6th floor, but I got so afraid. I felt the shock all of a sudden. The shake was very strong. I think it continued for about 30 seconds. Following the earthquake, the meteorologist
Hi to you, Sister Rosa.
Mr. Matsunori held a press conference. In the area where experienced a very strong shake.
I'm happy that you actually brought up the California. You want to know when the California earthquake will happen? The California earthquake will happen at any time. All right? The California earthquake will happen at any time. You realize California actually getting small earthquakes like Los Angeles, Fresno, getting small earthquakes. It means that the tectonic plates is actually shifting easy by easy, right? The tectonic plate is actually being pulled out of its place, and I talk about the 7 shelves. All right, I think I talked about the 7 shelves last night. That the 7 shelves will be the 7 shelves will be removed. The 7 shelves is what actually holding up the tectonic wheel. All right, I'm going to teach you soon, very soon. I'm going to be teaching you all about the tectonic wheel. What is the tectonic wheel? It's called a different name, of course, right? Not by NASA, because NASA knows nothing about what I'm going to teach you. All right, so what I'm going to teach you is the ancient truth, of course, but the ancient way that Yahuwah created the earth from scratch. All right, how Yahuwah laid the foundations and everything. I'm going to be teaching you the foundation of creation. All right, I'm going to be teaching you about where the main epicenter is. All right, like Venezuela have an epicenter. In America, the epicenter is in California. There's about 3 epicenters in America. There's one in Washington, D.C., there's one in California, and there's one in Alabama. All right? So there's 3 epicenters in America. One of the epicenters is in California. Well, California represents Fresno, Los Angeles. All right? So that one in California, one in Alabama, and one in Washington, D.C. All right? So Washington, D.C. is actually splitting right now, but I'm not talking about that. All right? So now you know exactly things that USGS don't know, things that USGS will never learn or they'll never know. only I know about these 3 epicenters and all this kind of thing, right? All right, so yesterday had a earthquake in Jamaica. The day before that, that was the 1st of September. Yeah, the 1st of September, there was an earthquake that happened in Trinidad. Was at 5.1. They downgraded to 4.0. NASA, USGS, stop lying to the people. Trinidad and Tobago Weather Center, stop lying to the people. You all working for the Illuminati, of course. All right? So, what I'm going to do next, on the next side, I'm going to actually let this play, and I'm going to teach you something else. All right?
In Hakodate city, and the 2 people have been injured. And Atsuma town, there's no official the earthquake measuring yet, and the large section of this the mountain have been collapsed, and the soil has swept away many houses and buildings. According to Atsuma town officials, 7 houses have been destroyed. This is the report about the Tomari nuclear power station within Tomari town, which is hit by the intensity 2, and the outside the power has been cut, but the 6 emergency the generators have been used, and the 3 nuclear reactors have been in a stable condition, and there has been no damage to the power stations, and there's been no change to the radioactivity measuring posts.
緊急地震速報です。強い揺れに警戒してください。
This is an emergency the earthquake the warning. Please be careful. The strong shake can come soon. In the center and the southern part of Hokkaido, the emergency earthquake warning has just been issued to the southwestern part of Hokkaido. Another strong shake can occur at any moment, and any shake can cause a major disaster. This is an emergency earthquake warning issued to the southwestern part of Hokkaido and the central part of Hokkaido. People.
What is an epicenter? An epicenter is where is where the tectonic plates is connected. All right. Again, the epicenter is where the tectonic plates has begun to connect, or which is the end of the tectonic plates. All right. You see, I'm going to show you a drawing shortly, really quick. I am going to actually show you a drawing. All right. Let me show you that drawing really quick. Let me show you that drawing of the tectonic plate. All right, just show you. The epicenter teaching goes a little deeper, but let me just demonstrate to you a little real quick of exactly what I'm talking about the epicenter and where the epicenter actually is. Let me just get it really quick for you. I'm gonna show you where the epicenter is. If I could find it really quick. All right. Okay. All right. So as you can look on this side, just look on this side for a little bit. Let's look on this side for a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can actually teach you this a little quick. All right. All right. We have so much people on the live, which will be. Yes, Chloe is like the joints. NASA knows nothing. And USGS can't say, they can't even say where the epicenter is. They actually hear me say where the epicenter is. So they're actually telling people, hey, the epicenter is there, the epicenter is there. They don't even know where the epicenter is, you know? They don't even know where the epicenter is. But yet still they're telling people about the epicenter there and there. This drawing here, are they actually seeing before your eyes? Look at this drawing very, very well. Alright? Let's take a look at the drawing. Let's take a look at the drawing for a while. Let me just pull up this volume here for the turn.
Iburi, Ishikari, and area was hit by intensity 4, and the Shibire, Iburi, and central Itaka, and Tokachi, and part of Aomori area also hit by intensity 3. The intensity 4 was recorded in Ishikari, Iburi, and the Sorachi. This is the coverage from Muroran of Hokkaido at the time when the earthquake, another earthquake was occurred, which measured intensity 4. Intensity 4 was recorded in Tomakomai, Mikasa, Chitose, Eniwa, Namporo, Yuni, and Abira. And the intensity 3 was recorded in Sapporo, Hakodate, Otaru, Muroran, Yubari, Iwamizawa, Ibai, Ebetsu, Noboribetsu, Date, Kita Hiroshima, Ishikari. At 6:11, the Tomakomai, Mikasa, Chitose, Eniwa, Namporo, Yuni, Abira areas were hit by intensity 4 earthquake. They have already been hit by the major earthquake 3 hours ago, so land may have become the softer and unstable, so people are urged to take precautions. We have the Professor Naoshi Hirata of University of Tokyo, seismologist.
There was another earthquake at 6:11 a.m. Is this a related earthquake to the first one? Yes, I think so. Once we have a major earthquake, almost for sure there's going to be afterquake, because earthquake has been very active. Usually after strong earthquake, as time goes by, the frequency of earthquake goes down. But for the first, especially during the first 2 or 3 years, there are likely to be earthquakes with the same size.
The Chinese speaking shit. They're talking about the earthquake just died down and all kind of thing. They don't know what has caused earthquake. NASA don't even know what has caused earthquake. And even if they know exactly what will cause earthquake, they will never tell the public. They will never tell the public, never. That is Yahuwah's judgment is unfolding on the earth. If you are new to this live, please share this live. If you are new to this live, please share this live. Please, it's very important of what I'm going to teach you here. And I think it's the appointed time to actually teach the world and to teach everyone. I think it's about time that I actually teach you all about everything here. All right? So first, before I start to teach you, you might see a little black screen, because I need to do something. Woo! All right, you'll see that. But let me just change it. Where is it? Oh, for that. All right, so you see a little black screen, but dealing with fixing it right now. Leave it again backwards, again like this now. All right, okay, that's full teaching. So this is a full teaching, full teaching. This is a full teaching of everything here. All right, so it's true they don't know shit. So, as Sister Renata was saying, uh, yeah, negative, exactly. Epicenter is directly above the earthquake. What hypocenter, where the focus of the earthquake actually occurred? Well, that is exactly what I'm saying. If negative, if you actually go back and read some of the comments here, you will actually see, let me see, you will actually see nega. I don't know why that name is nega, but negative. If you go back and read some of the comments, you will see where Renata made a comment, exactly what I teach last night on the epicenter. And epicenter is where the tectonic plates end or connect to each other. That is the same thing you're saying. All right? We're telling yourself. And the point of the separation, as point of separation, at the common great pole reversal shifting. We're telling yourself, boy. We're telling yourself. We're telling yourself. All right, nigga. All right, okay. No disrespect, nigga. No disrespect, bro. No disrespect. All right, so it's the same thing you're saying, actually. Woo. And I'm laughing at you, bro, but bro, no disrespect at all. Here on my life, we are a family. We help one another to understand certain things. All right, we don't argue, we don't fight on one another. We help each other to understand everything. All right, so I like that. We're telling yourself, bro. All right, okay, let's go to the teaching now. Nice having you, bro. Nice having you, Ado. All right, so I'm going to teach you all about the pole reversal shift. First, I'd like to make a special announcement from Elohim as well. The catching away is very soon to happen. The catching away, what they actually call the rapture, the catching away is going to happen. And I'm going to tell you how the catching away is going to happen. All right, remember I actually teach you all about the earthquakes. If we go back, after this teaching, I'm not going to teach everything. As a nigga, I'm not going to teach everything today about the polyversal shifting because I want people to just soak in some of what I'm going to teach them. All right? They need to soak in what I'm going to teach them, actually. The pole reversal shifting here. Once you can see my mouse, let's look at my mouse. So the pole reversal shifting is different from the pole shift. So the pole shift have a lot to do with the sinkholes, the earthquakes, the typhoon. It have a lot to do with Hawaii, have a lot to do with the changes in the weather, have a lot to do with the changes in temperature, had a lot to do with the heat wave, it had a lot to do with the different plagues that are happening in Trinidad, happening in Kenya, happening in different places. That was the pole shift. Now, the pole shift is coming to an end, all right? So, before the pole shift ends, the pole reversal shift will begin. So, the pole reversal shift has begun on the 4th of September 2018. If you go back and look at some of the prophecies that I have, you will see that I actually prophesy things accurately. If you go back and look at the prophecy from the 19th of August, you will see that I prophesy about Labuk earthquake in Indonesia. If you go back and look at the prophecy on the 19th, you will see that I warned about the earthquake that was going to occur on the 21st of August 2018. If you go right back and read through all the different prophecies, you will see when Yahuwah said that he will begin to full the volcanoes, that he will begin to awaken all sleeping volcanoes. Yahuwah said that through me. Well, many people take that for granted, of course. All right? But if you go back and you look at everything is accurate 100%. All right? And everything did happen. All right? Ryan Saz, where's the scene, bro? Where's the scene? We're telling yourself, bro, that DV, what's your name? Devi. That Devi is some kind of prophet. We're telling yourself, Ryan, we're telling yourself, this Devi woman is a demon, bro. And I warn you in the past, do not follow Devi. Do not follow these people, bro. All right? All right. So as you're saying, to come up for that, talk a little bit. Nigga is a cool scene, you know, bro. It's a cool scene. All right, so now I'm going to teach. First, I'm going to teach about the North Pole, West Pole, South Pole, East Pole. I am the only one on Earth, the only source that you're supposed to listen to. All right, so this drawing is brought to you by Elohim. Although it's kind of disorganized and stuff like that, but don't beat up, don't beat up. All right, so I will be doing another live soon. I'll be doing another live explaining everything, part. So what I'm going to explain to you is just the first. The first phase of the pole reversal shifting. So let's go. So remember, now, if you understand the model of the earth, and remember that I explained about the firmament that is above the earth, that specifically speaks about, if you ever watch the movie called Under the Dome, have you ever seen the movie Under the Dome? If you saw the movie Under the Dome specifically speaks that we live under a glass dome. We live under a glass dome. There is a dome over us. There is no space out there. There is no Nibiru. There's no planet X. There's no planets, a matter of fact. There is the constellations, the sun, the moon, the stars. All right? As for Jupiter, which is stupider, make people more stupid. As for Pluto, it don't exist. NASA never traveled to the moon. All what they tell us is a lie. Everything that you were taught in school, in history school, is all lies. They will never tell you what is your true history. They will never come out and tell you, hey, you know that you come from Africa. They will never come out and tell you, hey, you know that Africa is Israel. If they come out and tell you where the Israelites or the Israelites really came from, they didn't come from Africa. They came from Israel. And I did teach about this in the past. All right? So there's a lot to unlearn. All right? So Christians, before you can enter into the man kingdom, before you can actually get opportunity to enter into the man kingdom, you must live according to Elohim standards. All right? You must live up to Elohim's standard. All right? So, I'm going to get into that. I don't want to get into that. Nobody asking questions. All right? And I love people to ask me questions. You know? If you're asking me questions, I'll be able to assist you more. We'll be able to communicate more. And I'll be able to teach you more. Because you'll be able to learn more. All right? So, the pole reversal shift have a lot to do with the 2 crop circles back. All right? So let me just take you back to the crop circle and then take you back to this, because this is a lot of teaching which I'm not really going into that teaching right now. But let me just take you, let me just show you the crop circle. The crop circle that represents what I'm going to teach you here. All right, let me do it. So let me just teach you about the So the first crop circle, I'm going to show this one. I'm going to I'll have a little movie, our music for the crop circle. All right, so there's not the crop circle. All right, let me just. There's not the crop circle. Let's see if I find the crop circle really quick for you. All right, so let me just bring up something real quick. I want to teach you this real quick. All right, let me just show you all this circle. All right. Yeah. You might hear me clearing my throat, but my God, I have to be talking. You know, when you're talking plenty, what has happened, right? All right. So I just want to teach you all something a little quickly so you will get an idea what I'm talking about. Now, what I'm going to show you, it's not 100% accurate at all, but it's still something what I'm going to show you, right? Because it will be different from the teaching that I'm going to show you. All right. All right. Let's look at this. We're looking at this, right? Let's look at this for a while. I just want to teach you something. All right? Let me just teach you all something. I'll come to you just now, negative. I'll come to you just now. It's a little different, not all different, huh? Let me just slow it down a little bit. I want to slow it down. Let me see if I can just slow it down. Let me just make it a little slower. Alright, so I make it a little slower to demonstrate something. Alright, so this is the dome. This is the dome. This is the ice wall. Alright, so the earth is flat. How it looking there, it look like if it's a ball. Alright, but it's certainly not a ball. Alright, it's not a ball at all. Alright, it's not a ball. Look at this. So, there's the sun here. This is the moon here. A certain part of the earth, half of the earth, does see daylight, and half of the earth does see night. All right. So this is just I just want to teach you all something, a little extra of what I'm actually demonstrating as well. All right. So this here is the ice wall that around the earth, but it's certainly not like this. What I'm going to teach you is completely different from this. All right. But this is just the idea of the dome, all right? So this is how the earth is flat, like this, which is true. And the upper layer part that is seen here on the outside, this will be the glass dome, all right? This is the glass dome. All right, so there's the glass dome. Let me just play the volume. Let's play it again. So as you can see, this is how the sun rotates at the same angle with the moon. Alright, so the sun is in the same angle with the moon, right? So it goes like an X. Alright, so in the center, that is the main epicenter. Alright, so I just want to show you all something now. I want you to understand what I'm going to say here, what I'm going to teach you all here. Most people mightn't agree with what I'm teaching you all here, but what I'm teaching you all, remember, I'm not teaching my own knowledge. Remember, I'm teaching what Elohim teach me. All right, they are the everlasting creators, the universal creators, and they are the ones who created the earth. All right, they are the ones who created the earth, foundation from foundation. They are the ones who beautify the earth. So they know exactly what they're telling me, and they know exactly what they're talking about. But it's for you to understand. Hi, Sister Cathy. All right, so again, this is what happens at certain timing. All right, did you know long ago that they never used to tell time by having a digital time on your hand? Again, did you know long ago, all right, they never had something called a timepiece? Or you could have known the time, you could have known it's 12 o'clock, or you could have known it's 2 o'clock because you had a dual clock in your house. Long time ago, they used to look at the direction of the sun, and they could have tell, well, whether the sun is going to go down or whether the sun is going to come up. So way a long time ago, all right, a long time ago, centuries ago, they never had anything called time. Time never existed on this earth, and that is a fact. All right, they used to look at the rising of the sun, and they used to look at the going down of the sun. And then they came up with the idea, you know what? Let's just count from 1 to 12, and let's divide it by hours. All right. So this is how they actually, this is how they started to have the clock. But long time ago, centuries ago, when the earth was created, there was nothing called time. Again, long time ago, there was nothing called time. All right. Those of old, like Enoch, they used to look at the constellations to know exactly when there will be a particular time, when there will be the Feast of the Trumpets, when will be there, when will be this time, when will be Sukkot. They used to look at the constellations in the heaven. And those times, they didn't have nothing called binoculars. That what we have now, a more advanced technology to actually look at the moon from Earth. Yeah. In those times, they didn't have, all right? They didn't have the technology that we have right now. They didn't have a telescope that could have seen miles away into the dome. All right? They didn't have that years ago. You're not hearing me well, right? Hello? So you're not hearing me that well, but I want you to understand exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to play the other audio.
Intensity earthquake hit Hokkaido area, and an extensive area of Hokkaido has been disturbed. And in terms of traffic, this is Abira town, taken just as after 5 o'clock this morning. There are many buildings collapsed, or their walls destroyed. Some roofs have been fallen down. 3 people have been injured and taken to hospitals. I haven't experienced strong earthquakes like this, and everything has been in a mess. I felt the very strong jolt, and many things have fallen down within the house. The 5+ earthquake hit Tomakomai, where 82-year-old man is in the cardiac arrest after falling downstairs, and the Shin-Chitose airport also experienced intensity 5, and Hakodate was hit by intensity 5+, and 2 elderly people have been injured. This is Atsuma town, which experienced an estimated 5 minus intensity earthquake. Many houses have been collapsed or swept away by landslides.
If we live,
earthquakes and aftershocks continue in this part.
All right. If we live on a flat earth, all right. If we live on a flat earth, we just get some volume. Let me know when you hear me. That well? All right. If we actually live on a flat earth, right? You tell me, all right? If you live on a flat earth, you tell me how earthquakes happening on a spinning ball. Please tell me how earthquake could happen on a spinning ball. I want to know, all right, how earthquakes could happen on a spinning ball. Because if earthquakes happen on a spinning ball, it will crack it. It will split it wide open. Alright? So it's time to unlearn the indoctrination of the fallen angels. Alright? It's time to unlearn the lies of the fallen angels. So once you unlearn the lies of the fallen angels, then you will understand where the deception lies. Alright, so as you can see here, let me just bring back up my mouse section here. Alright, so the epicenter, this is the epicenter, and this is in Africa. This is not Antarctica. Antarctica is quite on this side here, but you know, this kind of off. Alright? Alright, so as you can see, this here is the epicenter of the earth, of course. Yeah, NASA never went back to the moon, nigga. They never went to the moon in the first place. Do you know? Wait, let me bring up a video about NASA. Should I bring up a video about NASA? Oh my God, so I'm gonna look for that video. Where to find that video? Alright, so I did a video about NASA. And let me just look for it really quick. Let me look for that video. Alright, there is a video about NASA. I have it. It's just to look for it. Alright, just to look for the video. So let me just look for the video really quick. By the time I'm looking for the video, listen to some news there.
Established an emergency task force, and the relevant ministries have formed a liaison committee formed by the bureau directors. And self-defense forces had been on standby, and Hokkaido prefectural government asked the self-defense forces for the emergency support operations, and fire departments and police and Japan Coast Guards in Hokkaido, as well as the other parts of Japan, have been mobilized for search and rescue and other operations. And people living in areas which experienced strong earthquakes are encouraged to be on alert and to help each other. Thank you.
Any human-related damage so far reported? Human-related damage. No detailed information has been reported so far. The overall situation. By when do you think you can understand the overall situation?
Man, what is it?
This is a film trying to prove that Apollo 11 happened.
Does it have a name? I mean, do you have a name for it yet, or are you?
Calling it "Did We Go?"
Did we go? Okay, okay.
Doesn't have it either. The Smithsonian doesn't have it. Johnson doesn't have it.
Right. We've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up, and we don't know what path it may have taken. So, unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up and whether it still exists or not.
You know what's crazy about the moon is the hardest shit ever accomplished, the greatest by the human race. The greatest accomplishment ever was landing on the moon, right? So you would think, holy shit balls.
I don't think it is.
No, listen. Okay, but let's just, at the time.
At the time. I think the internet is the biggest.
Okay, but I'm just talking about like a physical achievement.
Lies and more lies. So in this lies, you will hear cussing, right? You will hear cussing because we are truly fed up of NASA and their lies, and people lying about NASA went to the moon and people picking up for NASA and their lies. So we, Elohim's children, who teach in righteousness, we are fed up of NASA, fed up of all their lies. We trying to wake up people, and people plotting against us. Plotting. People literally plotting against us to take us out. We trying to wake them up, NASA encouraging them to take us out. I told the sky watchers and them that they are deceived and brainwashed by NASA, and they are supporting the agenda of the New World Order of the Illuminati. All right?
3 dudes, they got shot up in a rocket. They were in a orbiter, and then the orbiter shot out the lunar, the LEM, and then it lands. They played golf, went doombug riding, did donuts in the sand. They take pictures. They get back in, take off, dock with that orbiter, and then fly back. That's the hardest shit ever. No one died. And dude, can you imagine that second mission 6 months later? They did it again when they had to break the news that they were going to use different.
And they just start making stuff up. Yeah. Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Challenger disaster. In, I believe it's 1986, the Challenger exploded just after takeoff and killed 7 astronauts. But it turns out that 6 of the astronauts are still alive, and most of them are using their original names. And you can find pictures of them. They're using the same names, and they're
Salute! I'm telling you all.
Lawyers, whatever, but they're still alive.
This theory from the government and NASA that the Earth is rotating and orbiting and leaning over and wobbling is absolute nonsense, and yet people are clinging to it tightly like a teddy bear. They just can't bring themselves to face the possibility that the Earth is stationary, though all evidence shows it. We feel no movement, the atmosphere hasn't been blown away, we see the sun move from east to west. Everything can be explained by a motionless Earth without bringing in all these assumptions to cover up previous assumptions gone bad.
The other thing is, after Admiral Byrd came back after his last expedition, Antarctica was sealed off, and both America and the Russians started firing nuclear missiles straight up. Now, in America, that was called Project Operation Fishbowl, and it came under something called Project Dominic. Well, Fishbowl makes sense because it seems like Admiral Byrd found the edge of the dark.
Yeah, because the air proves that you're in space.
I don't know, we're gonna have to
check
do
this.
something for
Check
you.
the man with the stripy top. Look, he grabs the wire above him. Now check the man on the right. With his right arm, he grabs the wire. Did you see it? Now check in slow motion.
Antarctica, everything that I teach you all is the truth. Everything that I teach you all is the ancient truth. All the lies that they lie to humanity over these decades is all lies. Wow, the real lie.
He's looking for the wire to grab it, yeah? Check that.
So what is Operation Fishbowl? Operation Fishbowl is the glass dome. They look at us as fishes. Remember when Yahushua was going to Bethsaida, I think it's Bethsaida or Galilee, when Yahushua was going to Galilee and he meets up, they say it was Peter, but it wasn't really Peter then. All right, so certain things in the Bible doesn't add up to ancient history. Again, certain things that is recorded in the Bible does not record, or it doesn't have no significance at all to the ancient history that the ancient ones actually bear witness of everything. So they are lying to us continually over and over again. So when Yahushua was going to Bethsaida or Galilee, and he met up Peter, and he made Peter a fisher of men, right? It wasn't really Peter, you know. All right, so that's why I'm explaining that certain things in the Bible doesn't add up at all to the ancient history of our Creator, or ancient history of who we are as a people in Elohim.
Everybody, put an end to this topic once and for all, turn the Hubble round and show us Earth in real time, zooming in onto a place so that we can see what's happening at that place, and we know that there is something up there
on human
looking down
exploration
on us.
and discovery. It marks an important step in returning American astronauts to the moon for the first time since...
Even Donald Trump lying. Let me just go back to that one. Even Donald Trump, hey, I'll listen to me very carefully. Even Donald Trump in this deception, even Donald Trump knows that the earth is flat. Why, when Donald Trump was assigned president of the United States, why didn't President Trump, the clone Trump, why didn't Trump tell the people about the lies about Nibiru? Huh? Because it is all an agenda. All right, so Trump lie his way to win the heart of the people. So that's what happened, brothers and sisters. Whether you believe me or not, Donald Trump is a part of the elite 1% squad. All right, Donald Trump is no different from Obama, because Melania Trump, supposed Donald Trump's wife, which is actually Putin's sister or Putin's brother, remember, is the same homosexual agenda happening. Donald Trump do support homosexuality. Why? If Donald Trump is a so-called man of God, why Donald Trump do not overturn the law of homosexuality in America? He cannot do that. Donald Trump cannot overthrow the agenda or the law of homosexuality. It will never happen. It's time for the Christian people to awake, right? For them to know that Donald Trump used Paula White and all the other televangelists to lay their hands on him, because they know that they don't have no anointing of the Ruach. They don't have no power at all. All right? They are fakes. They are frauds. All right? They are imposters of the true prophets in the land. All right? So what I'm telling you all is Paula White, all the televangelists like Benny Hinn, and I can't remember his name, is Steady something. All right? All of them, T.D. Jakes and them in homosexuality, them in all kind of sort of different sins, brothers and sisters. Why? Why Donald Trump is not coming out and tell the people the truth? Because he is part of the 1%.
It's an important step in returning American astronauts to the moon.
What? Returning to what moon? Never went to the moon in the first place. Lying to the people. Lying. And making them believe that they are some kind of space service. There is no space service. All right? They are all lying. Everybody that you see in the background there, they are puppets. All right? They are puppets by the One World Government or the New World Order. By the shadow government. All right? Trump is pushing the agenda for the New World Order.
For the first time since 1972 for long-term exploration and use, this time we will not only plant our flag and leave our footprint, we will establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars and perhaps someday to many worlds beyond.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. It's a painful process to build it back again.
Many of us and many other people in many places have speculated on the meaning of this first landing on another body in space. Would each of you give us your estimate of what is the meaning of this to all of us?
If you didn't know, I'm telling you. All right? Pluto don't exist. Saturn came from the moon, came from the name Satan. If you don't know, Saturn came from the name Satan. All right? Time to wake up, people. Time to wake up.
That's how fake what they're showing us is. That it is fake because it's fake. And they're going to continue to fake it until they're gone. They must only exist to perpetrate the fraud. That's their entire goal.
We've been lied to. I will not be fooled by aliens coming, because there are no aliens. There's no space.
It's bottom of the barrel garbage. I don't see anything that tells me that we've been outside of low Earth orbit. So if that's the case, then that means that they can only get so high, and they might be able to fly around at that height. But after that, everything from that point, and if you want to know that point, watch any space launch video. It's the point where the camera switches. It's simple. So many people believe things that they've never done research on because it seems to be matter of fact.
You have to use your own imagination as to what the world might be because we were lied to about what it is.
So you ever saw NASA logo? It's a snake, eh? NASA logo is a snake. So is the reptilians is the one who running NASA. The reptilians is the one who in charge of NASA. Open your eyes, brothers and sisters. Open your eyes.
With a kind of symphony of motion and paints its technicolor across the blue, a light that man can never make.
It would be very simple indeed to just silence everybody, put an end to this topic once and for all, turn Hubble round and show us Earth in real time, zooming in onto a place so that we can see what's happening at that place, and we know that there is something up there looking down on us from space. But they will not do it. They can't do it. It doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist.
The same guys that fake 6 moon missions, the greatest human achievement of all mankind, they fake 6 of them, and this is where I thought we had like scientists just fucking, oh, there's all these scientists with their telescopes and they're looking, and that's what I thought. I go, what about all the scientists? Yeah, all these scientists, they're looking at telescopes. That's what I thought. But they're all looking at telescopes, all these scientists. They're looking at telescopes. And then you find out they're not fucking looking at it. The same motherfuckers who fake 6 moon missions, these are the same guys that are giving us all our information on space. Right there, I'm like, oh, they're lying to us. Everything they're saying to us, they're lying to us. Everything is a lie. They're all saying, but the information about space, no, that's true. I get that. That's true. No, it's fucking all bullshit. Hold on. All you gotta do is look into it, and you're gonna realize that it's all bullshit. All bullshit. All the information on space, bullshit. Can you name 5 scientists that are alive? Name 5 scientists that are alive. I'm waiting.
This next question comes from Twitter user Aku, who asks, any estimations on how old these discovered exoplanets are?
Yeah, the age of the star and the system itself is poorly constrained. We know it's not very young, it doesn't show signs of youngness, so it's at least 500 million years old. But we can't say more because these ultra-cool dwarf stars, they evolve super slowly. Their lifetime is 1,000 times larger than for a sun-like stars. So we don't see them evolving, so we can't constrain their ages.
All right, this next question comes from Facebook Live here. What is the distance between these 3 planets? Is it something like 500,000 kilometers? And what is the distance between E and the star?
Oh, the distance between the planets are a few times the distance between the Earth and the Moon. So we're talking about something like 1,000.
What? 1 billion years old? No. The Earth is only 7,380 years old. Again, the Earth is only 7,380 years old. Again, the Earth is only 7,380 years. Where does he get this 8 billion years old? Lies. Lies and deception. Wow, I'm losing friends, I'm losing viewers, boy. People dropping off. Hey, thanks for your support, brother Baldwin. Sing. Thanks for your support, bro.
Well, millions of kilometers and not hundreds of millions of kilometers for an Earth around a sun-like star. And for the planet F, or E, the distance is something like 5% the distance between the Earth and the Sun. So it's.
If you hear me actually mention something negative, and I say that the Earth is 7,380 years old, it is because I got it from Elohim, who is the creators, of course. All right? If you ask the people in Israel how old the Earth is, they will tell you 5,500, and they'll tell you 5,055. They tell you 5,505. All right? They will tell you that. But the true figure of the creation, from since the creation till now, 2018, is 7,380 years old. All right? So now you know the truth.
It's much closer to its star.
I think it's important that everybody does their own research, and I try to point that out as often as possible, and I try to say it as often as I can, because if you ever are listening to what someone's telling you, or you're watching me point out space fakery or what I think is a hoax, I'm doing that to kind of get you on your way. But all of space travel is fake. All of outer space and the way that we've been taught it on planets and nebulas is completely different than we've been taught. And that realization ultimately comes with looking into this stuff yourself. People think space is what they've been told because they've been told. And that goes for scientists, that goes for professors, to look into the things that they're teaching. To tell children that they're spinning on a ball is an extraordinary claim. And to say that we're flying through space and that the atmosphere sticks with Earth sounds like extraordinary claims. Sounds like it's just ad hoc explanations for things that we would see on a spinning ball that we don't see because it's not spinning and it's not a ball. If they found out that what they're teaching is a lie, they would all stop tomorrow. And so I think that the main point of what I'm trying to say is going to be the importance behind actually doing your own research and showing NASA to be the fraud that they are.
No, asking questions is not considered dumb, negative. Asking questions is good. But it is if you believe that what I'm telling you is the truth. Everything is a lie. Everything. Every single thing is a lie. Everything.
About what things are true and
program. See, everything is a lie. They program our minds to believe in a globe. It's a big conspiracy, It's a big deception. All right? It's a huge deception that is going on right now. And look at this. Look what you're seeing now. What you're seeing there is the Baphomet. What you're seeing there is Lucifer. All right? What you're seeing there is Lucifer, the light bearer. All right? The counterfeit light bearer of the kingdom of darkness. Lucifer, Satan, Allah, Buddha, Krishna. We want to call Kali. All demons, all these demigods that people worship on the earth, they have to answer to this man here. They have to answer to him. You see the two horns? They program humanity to believe that having on like the certain filters in Facebook. Like certain filters in Facebook is actually promoting the worship of Lucifer. All right? That's why certain filters that you put on Facebook, it is promoting the devil. It is promoting the Baphomet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to do a research now. You need to go and do a research right now. Certain filters on social media that you see the apps coming up with now, it is and it has been supporting the Illuminati agenda by having the youths actually putting on these filters or having your face with these filters. Certain filters will actually promote demonic activity from the realm of darkness. They could control people from certain filters, certain Facebook filters. They could control your mind. They could control your soul. That is why it is wrong to use Facebook filter, because Facebook supports the agenda of the Illuminati. And the Illuminati is the shadow government that rules this world.
Without a doubt, in my mind, that is the reason for this all. And like you said, people are getting paid to do it.
Students' claim is reigniting the debate about prayer in schools. The high schooler says an administrator kept her from praying before she ate her lunch.
Senior running back Pedro Banda scored the touchdown that would send his team to the playoffs for the first time. But what Pedro did next got him kicked out of the game and put his football future in jeopardy. He pointed his hand to the sky and thanked God.
When we say public schools, what we really mean is government schools. We have given to the government the role of educating our children.
Yes, negative. All Hindu goddess or gods are demigods. They are demonic in nature. They are actually demons. Because our Father, Yahuwah, said not for us to worship any idol. Nothing that is made on the earth or nothing that is made above the earth. Do not worship idols. It is written. That is a clear commandment. Do not worship idols. Idols that have no hands, or idols that have no air, or idols that cannot save you, idols that have no breath of life in them. Do not worship any graven image. Yahuwah said that. Elohim said that specifically. Do not worship idols. And he is going to be taking a stronger judgment against all those who continue to worship idols and not listen to what he is saying in this hour. Do not worship idols. Do not worship idols. Do not worship any graven image whatsoever.
I think that's a bad idea. Very bad idea. Very bad idea.
Students all across America, thousands and thousands of students who are learning. They're learning about space flight.
Wouldn't that be nice? Can you believe that space is going to do that?
NASA does what they can to teach you about something you'll never experience. And they force it down your throat as if it is part of your experience. And people have adopted it as if space travel is part of their experience. As if orbits are part of your experience. As if satellites are part of your experience. Because of the research I've done, that clearly shows me that these things are not legit. And I think people need to really take the time to look into satellites, for instance, just as an example. That, yeah, we're told satellites exist. We're told what they do. And if I say they don't exist and somebody makes a video and says, well, right here you can go to this website and it says right here the satellites exist and what they do. If it's a deception, well then, no shit, Sherlock, if you go check out a web page that's about satellites, then you're not going to find a deception there. It's something that people just don't do. They don't demand proof of things that we're told. That's the problem. It is absolutely a joke to be shown CGI images, to be shown black and white images of Saturn's rings. It's a joke. It is absolutely the worst thing I've ever seen because of what it does.
Right in our eyes, they're doing the evil. Right here, there's Photoshop, all right? This is what I call, can't remember what the name right now, but this is what they're using to fake everything. Faking as though they're in space, but they are not really in space. All right? They are not in space because space do not exist. All right? Everything is a lie. Just like gravity do not exist. Gravity is what holds all their lies together. All the lies they've been telling us for centuries, all the lies they've been telling us. Yeah, gravity hold all their lies together, and people don't believe that they are telling lies because they were brainwashed. They were programmed to think that NASA is telling us the truth. They were programmed this way from a young child, went to university, went to all the different programming communities or universities to be completely programmed to believe in the lies of the Illuminati.
To the minds of people. And science should always be about moving towards the truth. And science should never be settled. It should never be settled science. And it should always be open for questioning. It should always be open for new evidence to come along. And that's not the science we're given today. We live in the world, we see with our eyes every day. You can recognize what's real, what's real, what's real, what's real. And what's not, and what's not, and what's not, and what's not.
All right, science is bullshit. All right, so I'm going to teach you on something really quick. Science is another religion. All right? Science, I'm going to go in for 2 hours. All right, only 2 hours I'm going for. All right, so that's now the life is going to end by 2 hours. I'm not going and teach for full 4 hours. 2 hours. All right, so take in this really quick. All right, so everything that they have taught us, it is a lie. Wake up. And also you should know that science is another religion. All right, that's like the Hindus are their own religion. The scientists are their own religion. All of them have their own religion. Their own way of thinking, their own way of doing things, their own way of living ungodly. They have their own way how to do things. They have their own way how to keep Carnival. They have their own way to keep Labor Day. They have their own way to keep Christmas. All those pagans, all right? All those paganism worship is an abomination to Elohim, the holy triune eternal family. So it's time to unlearn religion, time to unlearn traditions, and time to unlearn the deception and the rabbit hole lies, all right, of illusion of the Illuminati, all right. Yeah, I love to say all right, so I know that you all following.
I'm not going to adopt something as my belief until I've done the research behind it, and you understand that, and you recognize the power behind research and investigation.
And by the way, all presidents are selected, not elected. I think I did talk about that already. All right, so that's giving you all a different understanding. All presidents are related, all of them. Whether they're from Trinidad, whether from Tobago, whether they're from St. Vincent, Grenada, Jamaica, whether they're from Africa, Kenya, whether they're from Israel, all presidents, all prime minister, anyone that is in government must swear an oath to serve the Illuminati or the Freemasons. They must swear an oath to serve the agendas of the Illuminati, to denominate humanity or to denominate the citizens that the Illuminati give them control over. Don't get tied up, all right? We're telling yourself, wake up.
want y'all to be honest as possible. Do y'all think the earth is flat? No.
All right, as you should also know, that the Flat Earth Society is a cult. All right? Again, you should also know, just like the globe heads is a cult, the Flat Earth Society is also a cult. All right? I am the one since day one teaching about Flat Earth. All right? I never form a cult like what these guys did. They learn the flat earth, I learn about the flat earth, they learn about the dome, they learn about the epicenter, they learn where earthquakes will happen, they learn this, they learn that, they learn how storms are created, they learn how earthquakes are created, they learn everything from me. But I've never created a cult, all right? No. People who learn from me, they turn the teachings of Elohim into a cult. All right, so the Flat Earth Society is a complete cult because they don't want to unlearn Christian values. They don't want to stop celebrating the traditions. So they say, okay, the earth is flat. Bam! They don't learn. All right, they don't want to learn nothing else. All they know is the earth flat because they hear me say that. Bam! But they don't want to learn about Elohim. They don't want to embrace Elohim. The Flat Earth Society is a cult. All right, it has become a cult over the years, and I have no control over what they're doing at the Flat Earth Society, because I am set apart from the Flat Earth Society, completely set apart from them. So what I'm actually showing you is just footage of things that somebody from the Flat Earth Society actually sent me that for me, so I can actually teach people the real truth about the Flat Earth. So that is the reason why I end up having this video, because they sent me this video and I actually did add some footage and stuff like that to it, and that is how they actually learn about the Flat Earth. They learn about the Flat Earth through me, and bam, they don't learn. They don't want to learn nothing else. Who's the creator? Who created the Flat Earth? How does the constellations operate? They don't want to learn nothing else. It's sad, but it's true.
Why not? Who told you that?
It's the fourth grade. Yeah, science teachers.
You don't think so? You don't think it?
You don't know, nigga. What you telling yourself, bro? What you telling yourself?
There's possibility. Just maybe. Race.
Y'all think we move? You think we spinning?
Probably.
I mean, that's what the science books say.
Gravity.
Do you feel it? So what is gravity?
Oh, I don't know the true definition.
You think it's a ball?
I think so.
And what's your best proof that it's a ball and that it's not flat?
Because of the satellite, they show the image, that's the way.
The satellite? The pictures that you see? But you yourself, can you feel the earth spinning right now?
What's that? I mean, nigga, yeah? I mean, nigga. Bro, why you change her name, bro? Nigga type. Why you change her name, bro? That's not your real name, eh? That's not your real name. Nice name, though.
No? Okay. Have you ever seen the earth curving? Me neither. You know why? It's because the earth is flat and it doesn't spin. Look into it.
You prove to me that the earth is round. You can't. So all you can go by is what? What you read, what you were told, right?
Exactly.
But what you see, the people that told you that the earth is round also say that we're spinning on an axis going around the sun.
Yeah.
Do you feel it? Have you ever seen the curve? No, the earth curve. Have you ever seen it?
No, of course you can't.
You can't see it.
No.
Exactly. So how is it right? It can't be. It can't be.
Okay.
It can't just be. It just is.
So many times during spacewalks outside the International Space Station, we can see air bubbles rising up. Can you touch on how there are air bubbles in space? Can you be
more lies and more lies. I'm going to extend the life to that a little bit. I'm going to extend the life to 2 hours and a half. I just want to bring up about Bill Gates. I just want to teach you all something about Bill Gates really quick. So it's coming up soon.
more specific air bubbles? So yeah, like a lot of times during the footage, the NASA footage, you can see bubbles coming up out of the helmets or kind of from underneath you.
Often on the outside of the space station, you'll liberate little pieces of, it's a really harsh environment out there, and the outside of the space station beat up pretty good. And sometimes, you know, you'll see just little flecks of paint or something that you might have disrupted floating away from the suit. And, you know, that's generally what that is. I've never seen any kind of air bubble anywhere.
Yeah. Could it be that you're filming in an under...
Hello to you, Miss Mylisa. Mylisa Sonny. Welcome. You are allowed to say hi on the live. At least you know. At least I know that you're there. And also, good afternoon to your husband as well. I hope your husband is listening to this live as well, right?
Water pool and you're not really out there. I encourage everyone to look up Bubbles in Space, hashtag Bubbles in Space. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You ever saw the video? Did you ever saw the video with the lion? You ever saw the video? It was a recent video that went viral on Facebook where this lion stick his head in the elephant bottom. The moral of the story is, don't stick your head in NASA bottom anymore. Don't stick your head in NASA bottom anymore. And you can't pull out your head without Elohim because you're so stuck inside a NASA bottom. You're so stuck inside a NASA rectum. You're so stuck in them. You're so stuck in the deception. You're so stuck in their lies. You're so stuck deep down in the rabbit hole. And there's nobody coming to escape or nobody coming to rescue you or give you a sort of escape. Jesus ain't coming to rescue you from NASA lies and deception. Jesus ain't coming to rapture you from no this destruction. Jesus not coming to help you at all. Get this straight in your mind. Stop stuck your head in NASA bottom. It's time to do not stuck your head inside of NASA bottom anymore. All right? So it's time to wake up. Wake up, people. I say wake up.
I beg you to do the research that I've done, which is just simply go and look at this stuff. Really question everything. Because if they faked it once, what's to stop them from faking it twice? And what's to stop them from faking it all?
Everything about this world is fake. Fake food, fake political systems, fake religious system, fake...
It's time to wake up. Everything is a lie. The tithing in the churches is a lie. You're not supposed to pay no tithes. Tithes was never about money. Again, when you're paying tithes, when you're going to church every Sunday and you go and give the pastor money, the pastor not receiving that money in earnest from you. The pastor is running a business. The pastor is running a cult. And I want to also reiterate and make it very, very clear for you to understand that the church system was invented by the Vatican. The Vatican, which is the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church. You hear the word Roman? Do you hear the word called Roman? Why will you believe in the Romans who killed Yahushua? Why will you believe in the Romans who set up the system of the Illuminati? Why will you believe in the Roman agenda? Why will you believe in the Roman Catholic Church? Why will you believe Abba is exposing all of them in the Catholic Church? All of them who rape boys, all of them who doing all sorts of abominable things in the Catholic Church. All them priests and them, all right, that doing abominable thing. So all the time, when you was confessing your sins to the pastor and not confessing your sins to the Creator, the pastor was taking note, especially if it's a female. Oh my gosh. Especially if it's a female. And they go to the Catholic Church and they go to the confession room and they say, Father this and Father that. Why should you be confessing your sins before men? You're not supposed to confess your sin before men. You're supposed to confess your sins before Yah. Yah is the one. You're supposed to be confessing your sin too. You're not supposed to confess your sins before men. The priest is just a man. Pope Francis is just a man.
Why should you confess your sins to men? You should not confess your sins to mortal men who only want to see your destruction. All right? So it's time to awaken. Because even Pope Francis knew. He know the deception that is going on. So I'm going to bring up a video after this really quick. Wow. About the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds who created Israel. The Rothschilds created Israel. So now you will have an idea or understanding of what Brother Marvin talking about. You will have an idea exactly of what he's talking about, so that you will understand specifically how deep the deception really is. So everybody think that Donald Trump say Jerusalem is now the capital of Israel. Hey, let me tell you all something. The Rothschilds, if you don't know who is the Rothschilds, please research it. Please go now and research. Sonny, go now and research. All those who are new, go now and research who is the Rothschilds, who is the Rockefeller, who is George Soros. Go and do a research now. Because I have been revealing, or I have been teaching and exposing these elites for years. And people laugh at me. But look at it now. They are coming to the forefront and saying who they are.
Medical system, fake skies. It's unreal.
The American government has created weather tampering techniques so that the New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans and to control the rest.
Various weather control techniques. We have a complete package on that, which I did not bring, but I certainly will see to it that it is brought in for the record. Number one, the entire patents on the equipment. Number two, Senator Claiborne Pell's complete statement and story of his own, that not only does it exist, but that we even utilize it as far back as the Vietnam War. You might want to touch base with Senator Pell.
I just want to repeat before I turn it.
So yes, but we do have all that information.
You're saying the government and New World Order.
Right? They're showing off, what they're actually showing off, their skills of being deceived. And they're poisoning their own humanity. They're poisoning their own brothers and sisters from the air. All right, so next thing let me talk about really quickly. How about, how does season cold start? Remember when people have certain colds, people that be coughing and people say, all right, let me give you a quick explanation, Melissa, Sony. When people come to Carnival for Trinidad, let us talk about a season cold, all right, that has come with them and all kind of bullshit. They are lying, all right? They are lying about the sickness. They are lying about cancer. They are lying about AIDS. They are lying about gonorrhea. They are lying about all these ailments and sickness. They invented that. They invented the sickness to keep us sick so that we go to them, right? So that we go to them who is the big pharma. We go to the big pharma, we buy their medicines that they invented. They invent that medicine to keep us coming back. When the creator Elohim, when he created everything, including cannabis oil, or cannabis, right? You know cannabis mean weed, right? Cannabis can heal so much of ailments, all right? Cannabis can heal, coconut oil can heal, hemp could heal. There's a lot of different bushes. You know, like certain things growing in your yard. You might actually think it's just bush. But if you are being led from in the spirit, as I have been led in the spirit from Elohim, to teach me certain remedies to be healed naturally, without going into the pharmacy, without going to the pharmacies and thing, all right? So it's time people to understand that the pharmacy is a business. The pharmacy is what? A business. Again, the pharmacy is a business. Really quick, Mona Lisa, let me just bring up this really quick, all right, about the hospitals. Really quick. I know I teach about this, but this is for the new ones. the people who does be going to the hospitals. You know, sometimes they go to the hospital, let me say pregnant, and they go to the hospital. Now, I'm not saying this to bring fright to people so that people don't go to the hospital, because, I mean, come on. You don't know about natural birth, and I'm not going to teach that yet. All right? So, there is a concept of doing things naturally, all right, which I'm not going to teach now because we will be run out of time soon. So please share this live. It's very important that you understand the reason why the nurses or the doctors in the hospital, why they take blood. Why does the nurses and them take blood? You tell me. You tell me, why does the nurses, why does they take blood? Can anybody tell me why? Why does the nurses and them in the hospital, why did they take blood? They just take blood because to see if you're RH or if you're NH. What that means is they want to know what blood type you are. If you are from the blood type of Israel, or if you are the blood type from Satan. Because there are two blood types on the earth. There's the blood type of the righteous ones, and there's the blood type of the counterfeit ones, which is the wicked ones. There are two different blood types that rules the earth. The good blood type and the evil blood type. So when you go to the hospital, that is the reason why they just take blood samples. It's not because they want to see or test your blood in it. No. Unlearn that lie. Unlearn that lie. The reason why they actually take your blood in the hospital, because it is an agenda by the New World Order, by the New World Order, by the New World Order, by the One World Government, and by the shadow government, that they know exactly, that I have records of who is who. They want to know if you are from the bloodline of Jacob. They want to know that if you are from the bloodline of Jacob. They want to know if you are from the bloodline of Jacob. They want to know, let just sink in your mind. You need to understand the lies and the deception that they taught us in school is lie. You need to know about the medical, pharmaceutical, which is the pharmacies that exist today. They exist under council. So that's like the Christians or the pastors. That's like the pastors and them have a congregation. That's like they have to go through theology school. Well, the pharmaceuticals who want to be a pharmacist, there's a process that they need to go through. So once in the pharmacy or the pharmaceutical industry, there's a process that he needs to go through to be brainwashed. Again, just like the pastors and them, before you become a pastor, you need to be given a registration number from the Vatican. So once you're given a registration number from the Vatican, then and only then you could be a pastor. Again, to be a pastor, you need to be registered with the United Nations through the Vatican, through the Vatican Secretary, which is Pope Francis. You need to pass through Pope Francis first before you become a pastor. You don't just become a pastor just like that. Whether you're from Trinidad and Italy, quite across there, they put things in place, all right, where it's called theology school. If you had to go theology school, yes, if you had to go theology school, brothers and sisters, you need to go through the process of the Vatican. If you don't go through the process of the Vatican, you will not be in the process of the Illuminati. The Illuminati rules all churches on the earth. That's why it comes back to the Vatican. It comes back to the Vatican because there is a bridge. If you do not do certain things, you will not be a pastor. If you do not have a registration number from the Vatican, you cannot be a pastor. If you don't have a registration number from the pharmaceutical industry, which is through Bill Gates, if you are not registered to be true in the system, you cannot be in the pharmacy. You cannot be in the pharmaceutical industry if you do not have a registration number. You cannot be a teacher if you do not have a registration number. You cannot work, let me say you want to work Petrotrin. Let me say you want to work British Gas. You need to have a certification. So your certification is that number, registration number. If you don't have a registration number, you cannot and you will not get that job. For example, to work in an electric company, you need to have an electrical certificate. If you don't have a registration certificate, you cannot be an electrician. Same thing in government. If you don't have a certain certification in evil or in deception, you cannot be in government. You understand? I can run for president. I can't run for president. I don't have the qualities of an evil man. They didn't groom me from a young man to be evil. If the Illuminati see you and they like you, and they say, okay, I will make you Trump. Do you know that the name Trump is a makeup name? Do you know that the name Donald Trump is a makeup name? Again, do you know, just some points to point out to you about the false flag operations, all right, a convert operation from my research, right? These are from my research as well. Conducted by the governments, corporations, or organizations. Designed to deceive the public, all the public, yeah. It's defined as a government attacking its own people. This wasn't a prophecy from way back in 2011. Let me just scroll again. Blaming other in order to justify going to war. They doesn't fight against their own brothers and sisters. It's time to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake the hell up, brothers and sisters. Wake up now. All right?
All right, we are now led to understand that there are also firings in another city in Saudi Arabia. CNN's Carl Rochelle is here with me, just came up. Carl, I know we can't be very specific given these restrictions, but within those parameters, what did you see?
Well, what I saw, I didn't see anything yet. I looked very almost straight above us. There's a vapor trail coming from my right to my left, and there's a cloud of something. It looks like it might have been an explosion, a cloud. The white side of the putting on the gas mask. There hasn't been any gas dropped here, we can tell. You may smell some of the fumes from a missile exhaust going off. This is using rocket and cordite.
So if you think that the government is protecting you, where you're telling yourself, wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up. If you think by voting that you'll vote your favorite candidate in power, it don't work so. If the Illuminati do not assign them to be in government, then you will never ever get that person. It goes like this. Let me just put Trinidad Prime Minister in the spotlight. Like Dr. Keith Rowley of Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister. Or let me talk about Trump, for example. I don't want to get shut down because I know how it is already. If Donald Trump, all right, move in a specific way, which is, Donald Trump, that's the real name, right? His name is not Donald Trump, right? His ideal name is not Donald Trump. You know that the real person who they actually put as Donald Trump is not the real person. That is a clone. That's why they could call it Donald Trump. It's a it because it's not real. So Donald Trump, before he could even get in power, he had to be in the Illuminati. Again, before Christian C. Sing, welcome bro. If, like this, right? If Donald Trump, before he came into power, before he became the president of the United States, he had to have some sort of influence, all right? If he don't have that influence, why my mic going down, my volume going down? Well, you hear me well, right? There's something going on. I'm going to straighten out here, right? Are you hear me well, right? All right, so I was saying before, what actually saying is that if Donald Trump doesn't have an influence on the people, he will never be a president. He will never be called into government in the first place. What I'm trying to tell you all is all of them is influence. All of them is influenced by the Illuminati. So the Illuminati put Donald Trump there. Don't think for a second that Donald Trump is fighting against the Illuminati. Donald Trump is not fighting against the Illuminati. Wake up, people. Donald Trump cannot battle the Illuminati. The Illuminati, as they just call it, the Illuminati is a real organization. The Illuminati is the shadow government, is the beings that they can't see with your eyes. But they are the ones who control the puppets in government. You understand? So the shadow government is the ones who ruling this world in unrighteousness. So once we understand that, once you understand that, so you're telling yourself, because you vote for a party, that party going to be elected because you vote, because your vote count? No, brothers and sisters, your vote don't give a shit. The Illuminati don't give a shit about your vote. They elect who they want to elect. They will elect those who have the most influence on the people. They will elect those who will be loved by the people, so that they will do exactly what the Illuminati wants. Because remember, the Illuminati is a shadow government of different fallen angels. Yes, the Illuminati is a foundation of unrighteousness. The Illuminati is a structure or organization of demonic entities that rules this world in unrighteousness. Wake up, brothers and sisters, wake up.
We're just brainstorming here. We're trying to figure out how to make the news less boring.
The news is supposed to be boring, Ron. Serious stuff.
I just don't know why we have to tell the people what they need to hear. Why can't we just tell them what they want to hear?
Wait.
Hey, what's up to you, brother Lonely? A bud in the house. Yeah, bro. I see Alabama get some real licks.
Say that again?
I said, why do we have to tell the people what they need to hear? Why can't we just tell them what they want to hear?
And what do they want to hear?
In other words, the Illuminati means the illuminated ones. It means that the ones that is not in flesh, but in spirit. All right? Again, the Illuminati means the illuminated ones, the ones that you cannot see, the ones that is in the spirit, not outside the dome, the ones that is in this dome, controlling everything behind closed doors, so to speak. So the Illuminati is the illuminated ones, the fallen angels, the Enki, the Anunnaki. Do our research to see. Even Lucifer called himself Enel. Lucifer called himself the Anunnaki. They all give themselves names like Krishna. They give themselves names like Allah Kali, Buddha. They give themselves names like Lakshmi. They give themselves names like Jesus Christ. They give themselves names like Jehovah, like Yahweh. If you do a research about who Jabulon is, it comes right back to Lucifer. Do your research now. Don't take my word for it. Research everything that I teach you.
Good evening, and we come on the air at this hour because we are following developments out of Manchester, England. Reports of an explosion at an Ariana Grande concert, urging people to stay away from the area. They have confirmed multiple fatalities.
And what do they want to hear?
To reports of a shooting, we're told, at Newton Elementary School this morning. It's in the southwestern part of Connecticut. That's according to a police spokesman, Lieutenant Paul Vance.
And what do they want to hear?
Police have now confirmed at least 4 attacks in the city of Paris. The AP reporting
all demigods are idols. All of them is a part of the shadow government. Remember a video some days ago that they said that Mary was crying? It was a lie. All right? So behind that stone, you can see the shadow government. And mind you, a spirit could inhabit a stone. Again, an evil spirit could inhabit a stone. All right? Because that's where their heart is. Their heart is stone, cold. They hate, they are evil, and they will do anything possible to please their God, Lucifer. So, if you actually split or flip the word God around, you will get dog. On the American money, it have in God we trust. You actually think is the creator, the almighty God that they put there. You believe that the shadow government, who is the Illuminati, that they will put in Elohim we trust? Never. Never. That is why they put in God we trust. Because when you thinking is the creator, Elohim they're talking about, by calling on God is not that God they're talking about. So they're not talking about Elohim. They're not glorifying Elohim. They're not giving Elohim glory at all. They're talking about Lucifer. In Lucifer they trust. Because Lucifer is the God of this world. Jesus Christ, aka Lucifer, is the God of this world. Is the parts making sense to you now? Is it making sense to you? Why they put on the American money in God we trust? You think as a Christian, you actually think is the Almighty God that they're talking about when they say in God we trust. Let me tell you what is their God. Their God is Allah. Their God is Buddha. Their God is Krishna. Their God is Hanuman. Their God is Krishna. Their God is Lakshmi. Their God is Kali. Their gods, all right, their gods is money. Their gods is gold. Their gods is oil. Their gods is the Rothschilds. Their gods is the Rockefeller. Their gods is George Soros. Their gods is the Illuminati. Their gods is the Freemason. That is the God they're talking about. They're talking about in Lucifer, in the system. When they call on a God, they're talking about the system. They're talking about in the system of the Illuminati, they trust. So when they're saying God we trust, they're talking about the Illuminati. They're not talking about our creator Elohim. They're not talking about the triune, everlasting, eternal family. They're not talking about the Almighty God. They're not talking about the Almighty God of the universe, the creator of the heavens and the earth. They are not speaking about the creator at all when they're saying God we trust. Wake up, people. Wake up and do your research quickly.
Suicide bombers outside the stadium. You could hear it right there as the game was going on.
That's the fucking problem. The people that are gullible and they just buy all this shit. That's the problem. It means everything we see on TV is all programmed. Not like the sum of it. I trust them here and I trust them. These are straight.
That's the Truman Show.
Corruption, straight brainwash, mind control. So we'll.
One day, all those who doubt everything I'm saying, one day you're going to see for yourself. And you're going to remember every single word that I teach you. You're going to remember all the words that I tell you on this life. Today is the 5th of the 9th month of 2018. You're going to remember all the words that I'm telling you right now. Everything I tell you is the truth. And if you reject this truth, then you reject your salvation. Because then you accept the lies of your enemies. You accept the lies of the Illuminati. Everything that I tell you is the truth. If you do your own research, then you will find out exactly what I'm telling you. Then you will understand, you know what? I'm actually telling you the truth. It's time to wake up, brothers and sisters. It's time to wake up quickly. So I'm going to bring in a different video in a sec about Bill Gates on everything that I've taught you in the past. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up now. A video that I actually found. All right? So I'm going to teach you this now.
See if Robbie Parker, I assume he's going to come out to the microphones now and make a statement. Looks like the family is there, and they're getting ready to come to the microphone. So we'll listen. Okay.
Look at this guy. You can actually see the lies and the deception that they pay he to lie to the public, so that the Christians will feel a sort of sympathy for him. Let me tell you something, A crisis actors. All right. There is a certain, if you don't believe what I'm telling you now, as I tell you all already, you will believe it soon. When you are face to face with it, and there's no escape from the Illuminati agenda. When that day comes, you will remember, if you reject what I'm telling you now, you will reject it. Right? If you know exactly what I'm telling you right now, that you wouldn't reject what I'm telling you. But if you reject it, it's up to you. Because when that time comes, and you're still rejecting it, oh my gosh, you don't want to be in the Illuminati eyes when that time comes. You don't want to be, I'm telling you all, you don't want to be in the presence of the enemies when that day comes. That you see everything that I've been telling you all is the truth. Look at all the prophecies. Look at the earthquakes where I said the epicenter was. Yes, Elohim, we give you glory and praise for everything that you have taught me, so that I can teach those who have ears to hear and those who have eyes to see exactly of what you're teaching me, Elohim. Thank you, Elohim, for all that you have taught me. Thank you for all the ancient knowledge and your wisdom, Imaya, and your overflowing of your love, King Yahushua. Thank you so much, Elohim. And I bless Elohim for all what they have done for all of us. That they have waked us up to the ancient truth of Elohim. No more deceptions or lies for me, at least. And for those who believe in Elohim and those who trust in the Almighty God, in the true Elohim. So when I use the word Almighty God, I just use the word Almighty God so that you will know the Almighty God is Elohim. And Elohim is greater than a dog. And the Illuminati, this is their system. This system, matrix system, Babylonian system, exists since the time of Egypt. Since Egypt time. Since in the Israelite days of slavery. Since those times, this Babylonian system of Rome and Egypt together exists. This system exists centuries. It's just the same lies over and over. Every generation comes, every generation goes, lies. There is nothing new under the sun. Again, there is nothing new under the sun. What they lied about 10 years ago is what they're lying about in 2018. Everything that they lie about in 2016 It's the same lie they bring in again in 2018. Every lie, the lie to us since we started to go primary school, since we started to go kindergarten school, the lie to us when we went in university, the lie to us in the churches, the lie to us through lessons, the lie to us through the televisions is all a program system. It's all a program system, brothers and sisters. It's time to wake up. They have programmed humanity for years. Years, humanity is programmed to believe in lies. You as an individual, wisdom has increased, knowledge has extended its hand. Wisdom has said, come to me. Wisdom stands by the gate. If you only wake up as a people in Elohim's righteousness, if you awake in Elohim's love and see how great their love truly is, and don't sin no more against the creators, if you only awaken to know who your creators truly is, brothers and sisters, if you truly awaken as a people and serve the Most High in spirit and in truth, if you make Elohim your government on the earth, if you allow Elohim to govern you in righteousness, all your enemies will be destroyed. All your enemies will be cast out. But because you refuse to serve Elohim in spirit and in truth, because you believe in your idols, and because you worship all your idols, all your demigods before the holies of holies, that's the reason why judgment and greater judgment is befalling you, because time is up. Surely up. Wake up. But just remind me that there is a site called Cranglist. If you never, I wanted to go and do research. No! Go and research Cranglist. But just remind me about Cranglist. Go and do research about Cranglist and look for yourself. The Illuminati is hiring people. Yes, they are hiring people for false flags. They are hiring people to join the Illuminati to work for them. And most pastors on the earth is in the Illuminati. Whether you believe me or you don't believe me, pastors like Benny Hinn in the Illuminati, Joel Osteen in the Illuminati, T.D. Fakes in the Illuminati, so-called gospel singers, a lot of gospel singers in the Illuminati, faithful Illuminati singers, yeah, gospel singers in the Illuminati, a lot of rock bands in the Illuminati, Hillsong in the Illuminati. Watch that. The Illuminati has recruited the entire church. The entire system. The Illuminati has taken over the system of the church. And I'm going to show you a video soon.
So my name's Robbie Parker. My family is one of the families that lost a child yesterday in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shootings here in Connecticut. I've been contacted by so many people and agencies wanting to know how we're doing, and I just thought that this might be the best way to share those feelings with everybody. I'm not mad, because I have my agency to make sure that I use this event to do what I can.
Crisis cast and a crisis revert to training, selling the service of crisis actors. Let's go through this website a little bit and take a look. Crisis cast, award-winning role play actors and filmmakers specially trained in disaster and crisis management. So this is very real. We dramatize events for emerging security needs in the UK, Middle East, and worldwide. Our specialist role-play actors, many with security clearance, are trained by behavioral psychologists and rigorously rehearse in criminal and victim behavior to help police, the Army, and the emergency services, hospitals, schools, local authorities, government, private security firms, shopping centers, airports, big business, criminal justice departments, media, and the military.
Country Western concert, and you were right near the front. Corinne, what just started happening?
They started shooting, and everyone stayed down, and as soon as everyone started to get up to run, they just kept shooting, and it's like literally like 5 minutes of just shooting, and people just kept dropping, and it's definitely someone on the ground. Definitely, most definitely, the way they herded the crowd and all of us, and then they kept coming. They even came into the back staff parking lot.
Oh, really?
And shot people out there too. So they just kept coming, and I hope they get out.
On the next Dr.
She lying.
Do you know a narcissist?
My world revolves around me completely. That whole thing was a mischaracterization. You made me look horrible.
Is this a mischaracterization of her?
No.
Eyewitness now, Louis Bourbano, is also with us right now. Louis, you were inside the club as well?
Yes, George. I was inside of one of the main bars in the front when you turn in at first.
Where was the shooting coming from?
The entrance was to my right. I was at the far end to the left of the bar. There's a mini hallway that enters to my bar where the bar was in. I don't even remember breathing. I
have a certain amount of trepidation. The year anniversary, we talk about it with our friends in this group of families, the people that we resonate with, and we don't know what we're going to do. We don't know what to do. We haven't figured it out yet.
Pull the trigger! Wait, take me with you. But I don't even know where I'm going. We both know where heaven you've abandoned. Just pull the trigger! Okay.
With blood. This is the shirt you actually
got sprayed with some bullets there.
And how is your arm now? Obviously, it's in it.
So got the 2 holes right there where they entered, and they thought it might have bullet injury. Unfortunately, it didn't enter anywhere else because it had done some damage. And then the shrapnel is still like on my shoulder right here.
So the shrapnel's still inside your shoulder?
Sir.
Are they going to take that out? Or?
They said they're going to wait because it's a complicated surgery because of the muscle. So it may not.
Don't just have a great night. Have an American night.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom. All right. And yet you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore.
Racism, but most of all, we are war.
Enough?
Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing
America was
men,
never
women, and little
the greatest
children.
country.
Victims
The greatest
of a system
country
that makes
ever
men
is
talk
Israel.
and
As a
imprison
people,
innocent people.
Israel
For those who can
is
hear
the
me, I
greatest
say,
country.
Do not
Because
despair.
Israel is the only
The
children.
misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people.
If you want to go fight, go to Iraq.
protectors! Why are you hurting U.S. citizens?
Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man. Not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy,
No,
let us use
kingdom
that
of God is not
power.
within all
Let us
men.
all unite.
Eyes on next slide.
Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness.
All right, so what I'm about to show you will shock you. This is not concert. All right, so I'm going to show you something really quick. What I'm going to show you, let me see if it will come up. Okay, I'm waiting for it to show. Oh my God. Now this girl, this person, is an actual singer. Alright, so I just wanted to show you all something. This is what the church has become. A whole house. Alright? The church has become a whole house. Alright? This is an abomination. Jezebel has entered the church now. Alright? This is what the church is now. Remember that the Roman Catholic, the mother of harlots, alright, is the Vatican. The Vatican, the Roman Catholic, is the church, is the ones that invented religion. They are the ones who invented Mary, Joseph, Peter, Paul, John. They are the ones who invented the New Testament. Again, the New Testament was invented, was created by the Vatican through the Freemason. And one of the major Bibles out there that people believe in has the accurate truth is the King James Version Bible. If you know and if you do a research, you will know that King